Welcome to the NOVUS RT video tutorial for Report Explorer. When we first log into the NOVUS RT client, at the bottom left of the screen is the main menu. When we click on the main menu, we then can click on Report Explorer. This opens up Report Explorer, where we have various options in which to run reports and view historic reports. At the top left of Report Explorer is the Browse area, which we're in. This lists all the reports that we can run down the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, or the main area of the screen, will then be the parameters that we can use when we run a report. On the left-hand side, if we click on a report, for example, daily compliance, we see that in the main area of the window, we have our parameters, and we can choose the details that we want to report on. We have ranges like date and time, days of the week, schedule, operator, service. You can even pick a specific vehicle and so on. In this case, we'll change our grouping so our report is grouped by the operator. Once you've set your report criteria, you're then ready to run the report. At the bottom right, you can choose the output format. So you can choose a PDF file, a HTML file, an Excel file, etc. And when you're ready, you click on Report. When the report loads, you can see that it's come back. At the top of the report, we see the criteria that we specified at the time, and then we see the main data contained within the report. In this compliance report, for example, we can see that it's grouped by our operators, and we have our compliant statistics, the number of compliant services, and the percentage, along with the number of late and early. At the bottom right, we can zoom in and out of the report if we need to, we can save the report, and we can print the report. When we're finished looking at the report, we can click on the red cross to close the window. Now we're back at our main report screen. The report that we've just ran, as you can see, now appears in the archived copies section at the bottom right. This lists the last 6 times that report was run. And if we click on any of those 6, it loads the report up with the data that it had in it at the time that it was run. There are various other ways that we can retrieve past reports. Up on the left-hand side, we have our recent area. This will list the recent reports that have been ran by the users within our group. And we can select any report from there and click on the report button to run it, or change the parameters if we need to. On the left hand side, we also have our archived area. Now this is a really important area for retrieving reports that have previously been run. We can look for reports based on their name, based on the user that created them, and based on the date or date range that the report was between. So if I'm looking for the daily compliance report, I will tick that report to select it, and maybe I'll tick a date range to bring back all the times that the daily compliance report was ran within those dates. If I now remember a more specific date of when I ran it, I can go and amend my date range. So maybe I remember that it was actually ran within this particular week. I can search again, and that narrows down my results. Now that I've narrowed it down to those results, I can then pick a report and run it. If I right-click, I can either run the report, which runs it all over again. I can just view the report, which shows me the report with the data that was generated at the time it was run. That's a much quicker report because it's not going and retrieving data again, it's just showing you the data as it was. And I can delete the report. The buttons on the right hand side do the same thing. I can view, I can run, and I can delete the report. So we have our browse area where we can pick new reports. We have our recent area where we can go and quickly look at reports that have recently been run, or we have our archived area where we can go and look at historic reports that have been run over the entire course of the time that you have been using the NOVUS RT client. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an introduction as to how the Report Explorer works and gives you a good head start in your use of it.